one of the things that comes off of that is how do we raise that money? There's gotta be other things besides the Lincoln Day dinner. And if you got your goals established, which this party, I've never seen it happen, but if we establish goals at the beginning of our terms, like over the next couple months, and say, this is what we want to do, how much is it going to cost, how much do we have to raise? We might have to have 2 Lincoln Day dinners or Republican turkey shoot or something to raise money. But this would be kind of like the budget committee would help work all that stuff out.
Any more discussion? Right.
Perhaps in addition to the budget committee, maybe it should be called something else, like a goal committee. What is it you want?
Well, I've been in business all my life. You don't run a business without having a budget.
Right, I agree.
And you got a goal that you're
Yeah.
trying to, it's gonna cost so much to get there. I don't care what you wanna call it, but we should be establishing goals, having a committee that help raise the funds, figure out how much it costs to do these goals, and do it more on a business-like approach rather than,
Once a year.
well,
As it comes up,
Right.
instead of trying to shoot from the hip as it comes up.
Right.
I see what you're saying, being able to
get
have some.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah, and then having events that you do annually that you count on, and then, yeah.
Right now, we have the Lincoln Day dinner, and that's about it for a fundraiser. There can be, like Scott brought up, it doesn't have to do with the Lincoln Day dinner, but a gun raffle in October or September. You know, it might be a real nice weather
Yeah.
rifle that you're gonna, and, you know, but we gotta come up with goals where we gotta go, and then we need a budget committee to figure out how we're gonna achieve them, how we have to raise money.
I know in the Masons, if we're not raising money today, 3 months from now, we're broke. We gotta pay the bills for the building, we got children's charities relying on us, so same kind of thing. If we're not constantly raising money, then we're broke.
I think it's just a good, business-like approach to where we want to go.
I agree with that.
Any other discussion? All in favor of establishing a sign committee, a candidates committee, and a budget committee, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Then we'll start setting up these committees and filling these committees.
I move that in light of the PCOs have to approve all the minutes before we disseminate them to the public. Last week we had 2 different versions of the minutes coming up. I think that I love giving the public the minutes and the agenda, and I believe that maybe we should approve the minutes first before we send them out to the public. So I move that we don't send the minutes out until they're approved, so they'll be like a month and a week later, rather than 10 days right after.
Motion is second to not send the minutes out until they're approved to the public.
How do we approve them?
Here at this meeting.
Oh, okay.
So once they're approved, then
Then they
they'll
get sent out for less, so they're a month and a week.
Or whatever, but, you know, a month.
Motion is second. Is there any discussion?
So does that mean you're not gonna email them to us?
I'll email you the PCOs the minutes.
But I can't send them out to the public?
They're not.
Till they're-
I usually send them out to the public.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yes.
At the same we get them.
I usually send them to you guys, and then a week or 2 before the meeting, usually about a week before this meeting, I'll send them to the public and give the public announcement of the meeting. I've done that in the past. And they're at, like this last time, and Joan's right, I should not touch them till we discuss them. If I see nothing mistake. No, any other discussion on that? All right, favor of not sending the minutes out to the public until they're approved by this committee, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Yes.
There's something new.
Huh?
I want to go back to what Amanda said about having a town hall on the gas increase. I think that's a really good idea. I think that puts our party out there in a good position, educating the public. I guess I'd like to see us consider having a town hall on gas pricing.
That would be a bipartisan, I'm sure.
Yes, I think that could be very much like our gun, Second Amendment Town Hall, kind of got partisanship with some of the speakers, but,
Right, it's an issue that affects everybody.
yep. I don't know if someone wants to make a motion to set up, do that. So we should,
I make a motion that we form a committee to organize the town hall on the gas price increase, gas tax.
is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Create a committee to look into a gas tax town hall. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll vote. All in favor of initiating a committee to discuss a town hall for a gas tax, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, indicate by saying nay. Motion carries. And you can be that chairman.
Be careful what you want to ask for.
I know I don't want to help.
Yes, you got
I know I don't want to help.
a gas tax,
Because I know, I mean,
a committee.
I know I did my little, I used to get my little sticky notes that I can go and put on gas pumps and stuff, but, you know, I really would like to be in charge of it, but my mother is dying, and I need to
Take care.
devote my time to my mom right now. So I would offer that up, chairmanship to
You could
someone else.
appoint Sharon to do it, and Mike says he's ready to help her. So
Okay,
you can put him on your committee. and-
Mike moves.
You go, Mike. Wait, step up.
The thing is, if you're just the chairman,
I'm the delegate.
Yes.
put it on to anybody you want. They don't have to be within the party. I mean, in the,
And
I know because probably
Within the
there are more of you out
PCOs.
there are more knowledgeable than I am about the speakers and things like that, but, so I would need your help.
yeah, definitely.
because I haven't talked enough tonight, I would like to revisit our bylaws and that Article 3.1 membership that I discussed earlier about the state committee. I would like to have something like that written into our bylaws. We are selling a brand here. It doesn't make any sense to have people that sell the brand but actually are selling the other brand under our name.
I have a question. You mean rephrase that in terms of at a county party level instead of
Yes.
state party?
And have it into our bylaws, and I know.
To create a bylaw amendment, you have to give it in writing. I think it says 15 days prior to the meeting that I could send out to the PCOs. So any amendments, and the bylaws can be amended, each and every one of you could, if you find changes or additions or changes that you would like to make, all you have to do is write up how you would like it, submit it to the committee 15 days prior to the meeting. I'll email it out, and we'll put it on the agenda.
So is that not a motion?
No, it's not a motion, it's just, if you do it, you just need to send it out ahead of time. Any other discussion? Is there any other public comment? Oh, sorry.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, also, we got public comment on the agenda.
Well, since I'm just about the only public left here,
Hey, what's behind you, mister?
I
Just about.
the past several months, I got to observe and sit and kind of a third party and somewhat involved with the fringes. And it's been interesting to watch the different people's motivations why they're here. Most are here, even though you may have a different way of going at it, because you want government to be accountable and good and reformed and efficient. And then there are some people that are here for their own agenda. They might have a single issue they're interested in. It might be a social issue. It might just because they enjoy it, and that's fine. But as we're approaching the next campaign, I can guarantee you how the Republicans that are going to be running, some of us are not going to like our guy did not make it out of the primary, and the other guy, Republican, made it into the general. I think it's very important at some point to put aside your own agenda to support the Republican. And I find it unfortunate that anyone, when they don't get their way, takes a vote and goes home. Just something for you to be thinking about and working with your constituents in your precincts.
Good point, thank you.
Any other public comment?
I have to make a comment, and I don't know whether it's really part of this
You
body.
can stand over here, Bill.
Thanks, Dave.
You can stand
But,
where you
but the
Stand near
voting,
the door.
I keep telling you go ahead and stand up. The vote went exactly as I knew it would go. Not a problem. But to not seat Brian Schroeder in an unchallenged precinct, absolutely is just a shame. It's inexplicable. I can't even comprehend what agenda would take us to that point. He's a hardworking, good person in an unchallenged position, and he walked. And we need precinct officers. And I don't know when I've been so ashamed. I feel that. That's it.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, I just wanted to tell everybody, I'm not a member of the e-board anymore, so I haven't been privy to meetings or anything like that. I can only hear one-sided stuff from my husband being on the phone calls and things like that. And I just want you all to know that you can count on some great things from your e-board. They're all very jazzed up and excited and ready to work. So, and I'm very proud of them. So, good job, you guys. Keep up the good work.
Way to go, Tracy.
Nice. All right.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed.